Hey everyone, welcome to Virtual Indoor Cycle. I'm Denise. Jump on your bike, let's get this going. Let's start here. Okay. So we're just going to start like we always do with a warm up. And you're just going to start at the cadence of this music, which, let's get this going. I think we're at about 60 RPMs. We'll start right there. We'll be here for about 4 minutes. Can't hear this very well, so you keep going. Don't wait for me. Here we go. Okay, and now I hear you. Now I hear music anyway, I don't hear you. I see you, I just don't hear you. So as we're warming up, take a nice deep breath in, blow it out. Easy resistance. And speed it up just a little bit. Let's go up to about 8 RPM. The goal of this first song is to just bring the heart rate up. And you know this, but as a reminder, indoor cycling is cardiovascular exercise. And yes, our legs do get stronger while we're riding. But the main goal of this type of exercise is the repetition, and the duration is beneficial to the heart. So we're going to ask our heart to work a little harder in this next hour, a lot harder in some cases. And just like any other muscle in the body, the heart muscle gets stronger when we ask it to work harder. Slow it down again. Find that 60 RPMs. Maybe a touch of resistance on the wheel, not too much, just enough to feel. All right, let's go. Speed it up, 80 RPMs. So a heart's job is to pump blood to the body, distributing oxygen to all the cells of the body, right? So the stronger the heart is, the more forcefully it can pump, the more efficient the delivery of oxygen is to the body. And that translates to better endurance. We can go longer working harder. The heart is in direct relationship with the lungs that sit on either side of it. So as we bring a breath into the lungs, the blood becomes oxygenated, the blood that the heart is pumping to the body. And the blood that the body has already used comes back through the lungs and out. Right? We've got this awesome filter system. We're constantly bringing in oxygen and sending out carbon dioxide. The heart and lungs work together. Keep this 80 RPMs. In this ride, we are going to cycle through the resistance zones. So we're going to go easy, moderate, hard, 3 times. Easy, moderate, hard. Easy, moderate, hard. Easy, moderate, hard. We'll do that with some different techniques, but you'll feel yourself climbing. There is no plan in this whole ride for breathless. I'm going to leave that up to you, that 4th zone. At any point, if you want to just take off the lid and go, might be good to wait till the last 2 songs, and then you can just really spend it if you desire to go to those breathless zones. I'm going to keep this ride easy, moderate, hard as a nice variation because we go anaerobic or breathless so often. It's kind of nice to have rides that don't go into that zone. All right, let's head onto our first hill. I'm going to be on this hill for 8 minutes. It starts out moderate and then it goes to hard. 60 RPMs, you've got resistance on the wheel. It's not too much, but it's not too little. It's just right, Goldilocks. We will be in and out of the saddle here. Find your core. Engage your abdominals. You might want a little bit more resistance because we're getting ready to stand. All right, reach forward, let's take it up. Right on those pedals. There's a bend at the hips. So if you put your thumb here in the crease of your hips, you feel that pinch every single time your knee comes forward. The hips stay reaching back over the saddle. Chest is lifted. Engage your abs, keep your core strong. Come back down to your saddle. We'll keep it right at 60 RPMs. Body should be starting to feel a little warmer. Moderate is about a 7 on a scale of 1 to 10. So I want you right there in the middle. Let's focus on breath with the pedal strokes. Inhale 4, exhale 4. Inhale, exhale. And then just keep that rhythm if you can. 4 in, 4 out, steady breaths. Maybe a touch more on the wheel. Reach up, let's go. This should feel like moderate work, like really doable work. Almost like you're just jogging. It's not too taxing. Feels good. It's exercise, but it's not hard exercise, okay? Doable. The heart rate's coming up a little bit more, maybe 70% of your maximum. Have a seat. Keep noticing your breath. Try to get it to inhale 4, exhale 4. In 4, out 4. Still got that crease in the hip, whether you're sitting or standing. That never changes when we're cycling. All right, once more, friends, up we go. I want you to notice that right now you're working, but there's no struggle. The struggle is next. So let's see if we can make it a difference between this, like work with no struggle, and then work with struggle. All right, come back down to the saddle. Keep it strong on the wheel. So the second half of this hill is harder than the first. And the way we make that happen is that knob in front of you turns to the right. Go to your weaker leg, push with that leg. And give me some powerful strength here. So now we're gonna come into a little struggle. If you reach back, you should feel your hips, your sitting bones on the very, very back of the saddle. Your tailbone pointing to the wall behind you. That's going to help you keep this hip crease. Low belly hugs in, and that helps you sit lighter in the saddle. Sit a little lighter, lift up. Imagine just pulling your navel in and also up. There's a lightness here. There's a lightness in your torso. There's a length in your spine. Come on up. Hard effort. Breathing. Find that breath. Inhale 4, exhale 4. That should be a little harder to do now that there's more work on the wheel. Inhale, exhale. Tailbone is still pointing back. Set the hips back down. Try to find your weaker leg, your less dominant leg. Put a little more effort into that side, even it out. And the reason that whenever I remind you to do that, I don't bring you back and have you do the other leg, because we naturally do that. We naturally default to the side of strength. So I just try to remind you often to get into that less dominant leg, to find some balance. This should feel challenging. This is the struggle. If that's not happening in your body, add resistance. We go easy next. Come back down and breathe. Hard work. Strong core. Fingers loose, toes loose inside your shoes. Strong core. Make this hard. Make this hard effort. Notice your breath. 4 and 4 if you can. Up we go. Check in with your body. What muscles do you feel working? Do you feel your quadriceps? Do you feel your glutes? Your hamstrings? Do you feel your core cinching in tightly? If you feel your upper body muscles, lighten up your hands. I don't want you to feel upper body right here. Have a seat. Woo. All right, that's hard work. That's cycle 1, easy, moderate, hard. So now you're familiar with that. Let's do it 2 more times, shall we? All right, come back to easy, flush them out. Up to about, 90 RPMs. Let's just loosen it up. Easy, moderate to hard. All right, so what's ahead of us right now is a flat road. We're gonna be in the saddle on this flat road for 8 minutes. We'll get out of the saddle a little bit, but the road is flat and moderate, okay? I'm gonna spend a little more time in that medium zone here, a chunk of time where we don't really work too hard, but we work. It's more about endurance, stamina, staying the course. Spine stays long, hips stay back, core stays engaged. All right, I want you to think of a long flat road. We're gonna keep the legs moving at about 90 RPMs. And I want you to bring up a little headwind. So I want you to turn the knob until you feel that resistance. And it doesn't feel hard, but it's not It's not all the way comfortable, right? It's not easy anymore. It's not unpleasant, but it's not pleasant, okay? You're working. There's work happening. And we are gonna hang out right here for 4 minutes. 90 RPMs, moderate intensity, flat road with a headwind. All right? Find a breath pattern that serves you. Probably a little harder to match it with your legs when you're working this fast. So find a steady breath. Maybe it matches the music. See if you can make inhale and exhale even. We have a tendency to breathe shallow and choppy when we're not thinking about it. I'm trying to continue to remind you to pull that breath down into your belly. Pull the breath into your back. Feed your body the oxygen it needs. Heart and lungs working together. This middle section is our longest section. If I do the math, let's see. Middle section's about 20 minutes. Our first section was 13, so it's quite a bit longer. Got 20 minutes here to make our way from easy all the way up to hard. Third section, about 15, okay? So could have done that for you earlier. 13, 20, and then 15. So we're on the long haul right now. We're on that long flat road, headwind. Keeping it moderate, you can add resistance if you like, but I want you to have something in the tank when I ask you to put on the gas pedal to go hard, okay? Whew. There you go. Moderate intensity. You should be noticing some sweat now. Endurance. The work is happening from the glutes as you push the pedals forward. See if you can be aware of the front of your pedal stroke. More than the bottom. Front. Front is where it's at. With the action up front. Breath. Intention. If you close your eyes, I want you to just picture this beautiful dance between your heart, your lungs, your circulatory system. It's so magical and miraculous that every cell in your body, the earlobes, bottoms of your feet, your kidneys, are just receiving oxygen. Woo. So efficiently. Stay loose in that upper body. Give yourself a quick stretch break if you need to, always. Oh yeah. All right, so we're gonna stay on this flat road, but this song will get up out of the saddle a little bit more. All right, try this on. Find the beat. I'm gonna slow it down a bit. Let's see what our beat is. Give me some resistance. We're about 60 RPMs. All right, so that feels a little bit more like a climb, right? Can you pedal faster with that resistance. Can you pedal faster? And if that makes you go up into that hard zone, let a little up. I just wanted you to get some more on the wheel. All right. You're breathing. Core strong. Keep that speed. Let's get up and go for a little run. So there's not a lot of resistance, but your legs are faster. It's like a jog with a little headwind. If you start to notice that this feels like real challenge or hard work, I want you to back it off a little. I promise you that's coming. Trying to hold you back here in the middle. Woo. You're breathing. You're looking good. Have a seat. Keep those legs going. Resistance is on. Breath is powerful and steady. How is your heart? If you're wearing a heart rate monitor, your heart rate is somewhere around 70, maybe that stand pushed us up to 75% of your maximum. If you don't know what that is, don't worry. Work at a 7.5 out of 10. All right, let's take it again. Get up out of the saddle, jog it. Breathing, working, feeling. All right, I got a little surprise coming up for you. So let's have a seat. Keep your fast while I tell you what's coming. So that was dress rehearsal right there. Our next song is a drill called Tabata. Tabata is 4 minutes, 8 rounds of 20 seconds on and 10 seconds off. 20 on, 10 off. So we're gonna do the 20 on like we just did. You stand up for 20 seconds, we're gonna sit for 10. My goal is not to have you go breathless. In fact, my goal is to try to keep you here in this high, moderate zone. Heart is next. All right, we've got a hard hill right after this. So play along, keep resistance a little bit lighter, legs a little quicker. All right, we'll go 8 times, out of the saddle for 20, down for 10. You're gonna have a coach besides me that's gonna tell you the timing. There he is.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
4, 3, 2, 1, go. Round
All right. Round 1, we are here for 20 seconds. Sounds like a big grand march, doesn't it?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right. You can slow your legs. You got 10 seconds down.
Never
Go
shall
again.
turn. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so speed it up, stand it up.
Round 2.
If it starts to feel too hard, you can take a round out and stay seated. Tabata, we love this guy, right?
3, 2, 1, break. Here we go.
2 down.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so we're 20 up,
Round 3.
10 down. 3 out of 8. Where's your breath? Try not to go breathless. Try to keep it the high side of
3, 2,
moderate.
1, stop.
Woo. All right, that's fun, isn't it?
5,
Easy.
3, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right.
Round 4.
It's like a fast jog. 20 seconds.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, break.
All right, here's the good news. You are halfway. 4 down, 4 more to go.
You're doing it for you.
Doing it.
2, 1, go.
All right, let's go.
Round 5.
I think you said you're doing it for you. I like it. Yes, you are. Doing it for you. Whew. It's hard to not make this hard, right? It's hard to hold back.
3, 2, 1, stop.
Slow it way down. Catch your breath.
Work hard. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right.
Round 6.
Round 6. Working, working. There you go. Woo.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, break.
Okay. Can you do that twice more, friends?
Come on, let's go.
Come on, let's go.
4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. I am with you. You are with me.
7.
Team, we got this. Deep breath. Steady breath. Strong heart.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop.
Oh, yeah.
Final round.
Final round.
You can do it.
Can you do it?
4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, here we go.
Round 8.
Gail, if you're doing this with me, I know you hate me right now, but you'll love me later.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop.
Oh, all right, friends. As promised, we get to go hard. We are on a seated climb for 6 minutes. So when you add that resistance, easy comes next. You get to earn that. We're at 60 RPMs. So no need to hold back right now like we have been. So I want you to make this really, really hard. So hard that you might need to drop it a little bit as we go, okay? I'd rather see you do that and then ease up to it. Just go hard all the way. Back off as you need to, okay? All right, so right now, put one hand on your quad and squeeze. And I want you to feel those muscles contracting as you push that pedal down. All right? That's just showing you that's where the work is happening, out in front. So get your hips back and push forward with your heel, with your foot. The knees are in line with the pedals, so try not to squeeze in or push out with your knees. Keep them in nice straight line over your shoes. There we go. Now you can come back to that even steady breath that we started earlier. 4 counts in, 4 counts out. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Finishing up our longest section, our longest stage. You and you. If you want on this hill, it's a great time to close your eyes. Feel that, just feel the softness of your eyes closing. Feel your head and your neck relaxed, not tense. Feel your shoulders dropping down, your elbows bending softly, and feel your hands just light on the handlebars. Feel breath coming in through your nose, out through your mouth. 60 RPM, stay with it. Hard effort, more resistance if you can find it. We're halfway on this one. You got 3 minutes to go. Switch your lead leg, go to that least dominant leg again if you've found your way out of that. Okay, this song sounds like a scary movie, so maybe it's getting scary right here. Push, push. Harder if you can. Notice as breath comes in your nose, it goes through your sinus cavities and down your throat, into your lungs. See if you can take 4 pedal strokes to make that cycle happen. Breath from nose to the bottom of your lungs. And out. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. As your lungs expand, can you feel them pushing out into the side of your rib cage? Can you feel your ribs expanding, stretching wide, front to back, side to side? They have little muscles between them, your ribs do, that allow for that expansion and contraction. You've got 1 more minute on this hard seated climb, and then we're going downhill. So give me what you've got right here. Maybe even add resistance, even if it feels like too much. Push forward. Don't forget about the expansive, long breath. Each time you breathe in, your heart's getting a little squeeze. Woo. Top of the hill is here. Go ahead and release that resistance. Let's go downhill. You can stand up really quick if you need to. And I'd like you to go fast on this downhill. Between 90 and 100 RPMs. Easy resistance. The last stage. Easy, moderate, hard. For the moderate push, we're gonna do moderate sprints. So sprints usually means go super high intensity. Not today. Today we'll be standing for 30 seconds, going faster, and sitting for 30. All right? So the goal, like we did with Tabata, is to not go too hard. To save the hard work for our final hill. All right? 30 seconds on, and then you get a whole 30 seconds off. Trying to stay in that moderate zone. All right? And then just remember that you can always override my intensity cues, of course. You can always add more or take away so that it's your ride the way you need it. I'm just here to be your coach and give you some suggestions. I'm a pretty nice coach. I leave room for choice. Whew. Okay, that's a funny song. Ready? Give me resistance on the wheel. Not too much. Remember, we're just gonna stand and accelerate. Slow your legs. Find about 60 RPMs. Ready? Stand and run, let's go. I'm gonna do this 4 times in this song. 30 on, 30 off. Remember, we're trying to stay close to that high end of moderate. Three, two, one. Come back down and just slow your leg. You can drop a little bit of resistance. Moderate. Woo. One down, one to go. Take some deep breaths and recover back to an easier version of moderate. Get ready. You're gonna go up again for 30. Add a little. Let's go. Run it out here. Try to stay as close to the moderate zone as you can. Not too hard, but certainly not easy. Breathe. Lengthen your spine. Find your core. 3, 2, 1. Have a seat. Slow your legs. That was 2. We'll do 2 more. Ah, nice deep breaths. Feels good to feel good, right? All right, here we go. Round 3, 30 seconds. Little bit of gear. Let's go. Not quite an attack, right? Like we're used to. It's just a little more effort. Focusing on high-end endurance. A little change. If you always do breathless or anaerobic when you do sprints. Little change. 3, 2, 1. Down we go. Slow your legs. You can drop a little resistance. Follow the pattern of breath again. Get back in your body. Out of your head. Stay here and pay attention. Your heart. Working hard for you 24/7. Here's your last 30-second push. Turn it on. Let's go. That's it. Breathe. Four, 3, 2, and 1. All right. I think we did it. I think we did that. One more hard set, and it's a hill. We'll be in and out of the saddle for this one. How long, you ask? Thought you might want to know. We have an 8-minute hill. And then we'll start to bring it downhill and back home and stretch it out, okay? All right, settle in. We're gonna climb one last time. All right, cadence is gonna come up just a little bit. We're gonna go a little faster on this hill. This is hard effort. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Resistance comes on. 60, 65 RPMs. All right, folks. I thought it would be fun, since we're talking about the heart. In yoga, we talk about the heart chakra, which is this energy center, this bundle of nerves that feeds the heart. So I thought I would take you through the chakra system while we're on this nice long hill. If you know about this stuff, maybe it's a refresher. If you don't, it's pretty fascinating. These nerve bundles up and down the spine and their emotional properties. So we're going to start at the base of the spine, the root chakra. And I want you to just feel your connection to the saddle and let your hips be a little bit heavy. Your strong legs pushing into the pedals. And awareness of earth beneath you. Imagine roots. This is the center of stability, safety, security. Being cared for or in control of your situation. Stability. And when we have injuries here, we might consider our body trying to get our attention and show us that we need to slow down or ground ourselves, plant ourselves somewhere, grow some roots, create some stability, predictability in our lives. Moving up to the second chakra, this sits low in the belly, just below the navel. This is our center of creativity. The property here is water. So it's from here we learn how to move creatively and gracefully in the world with flow. We flow with the obstacles that life puts in front of us. We go with the flow, so to speak. So this is our center of our reproductive organs, our pelvic floor, our sacrum, our low back. And physical issues here could be pulling our attention to some place that we're stuck, stagnant, not able to move forward or around something. Maybe a creative block. Moving up just above the navel here, this center is our solar plexus. You've heard that, right? And this is our center of power, personal power, inner strength. This is where we say yes, and it's also where we say no from. This is our center of like independence, like I can do this. Or it can also be showing up as like fear, I can't do this. I'm not in control. Problems like gastrointestinal disorders, stomach aches, ulcers, might be pointing us to a place in our life where we lack power, where we don't have the ability to stand up for ourselves, or we'd like to. Now moving up to the heart chakra, this is the place where they say heaven meets earth here in the heart of a human being. The midpoint of the chakras below and the chakras above. It's our center of love, compassion, empathy, connection with other human beings and living creatures. Problems with the heart, the lungs, breathing, asthma, shoulder issues, arms and hands are considered root chakra messages. Where can you open yourself up to more love? Where can you give more love? And very often it's a work of loving yourself, self-compassion, self-care, and then the ability to extend that out to others. Woo. Next one up is the throat, our center of voice, expression, communication, and also listening. It's from here that we speak our truth. We represent ourselves in the world clearly. Issues that can show up here are things like hypothyroidism, laryngitis, ear problems, dental problems, and just simply the inability to speak your truth, say what's true for you. Moving up from there, the next one, the sixth chakra, is called the third eye, chakra number 6. This is our intuition. This is what we see when our eyes are closed, our inner wisdom, knowledge, and not like brain thinking knowledge, but knowing truth, intuition, instincts, and our ability to trust our own truth, to know with a sense that, oh yeah, that sounds true to me, or I don't know, that doesn't seem like true to me. There's something wrong here. And to trust that inner knowing. Problems here can show up like vision problems, headaches, migraines, maybe scalp issues perhaps. Mostly with the eyes though. And then we'll move all the way up, 7th chakra, floating above the head, the crown. The crown, our connection to each other and all that is. The way, it's our spiritual chakra, it's our spiritual center. What we believe to be the ultimate truth, the highest truth. All right, we're almost to the top of this last hard heel. Give me more resistance. Let's finish strong. I've been talking a lot. I hope you didn't slow down at all while I was talking a lot. Trying to fill that time, right? Whew. All right. Take your resistance down to easy once again. All right, come up and just jog it out easy. I'm running out of royalty-free music options. But we're having fun, right? All right. Flush out those legs. Notice your muscles relaxing. You can pedal a little faster if you want. And as we come to the end of this ride, I would love to do an exercise for the upper back. I've been meaning to throw this in. We're so rounded when we ride. I'm trying to keep us neutral, but we have a tendency to round. And then if you think about being on our devices, our computer, we're just getting so stretched in our backs and rounded. And so I'd like to grab a rubber band and do some back exercise. So if you have that near you, would you grab it? If you don't, maybe you've got a set of dumbbells. If none of that, you're just going to use your own body and squeeze your muscles with us, okay? Let's take some more resistance off. Float your legs. Let's stand one more easy time. Easy jog. Open up the corners of your mouth because you're so close to the finish line here. You worked hard, you showed up, you did great.
Like my daddy and grandfather did.
Easy.
On the bayou
Easy.
with the children.
You can just sit up tall and just let your legs float. But we're still pulling that circulation back up from the lower body toward the upper body. We don't just stop immediately and let blood pool in our feet.
Like my daddy and grandfather did.
You have just done something really good for your immune system. Congratulations. Nicely done. All right, so if you do have a band, grab it now. And I'm going to bring this band around the front of the handlebars. And this is a little bit long, so I think I'm going to cross mine. Or maybe you could double it up. I didn't try this yet. Yeah, let's double it up. We're just going to do rows. So you can stand or you can sit on your bike seat. I'm going to sit just to show this a little better. I'm just going to do one set, that's it, of just rowing back with resistance. Okay, if you don't have one of these, I would love to see you just order yourself one of these. You might be able to find it in a store near you, but you can definitely get one on Amazon. The blue is typically the hardest, red is medium, and green is easy. So maybe grab yourself a couple of different thicknesses and keep this by your computer so that you can do some of these, just a set every once in a while to counter all that roundness, just to keep some strength in your upper back. Just a little reminder. Go ahead and sit tall. Take your arms up and out into a V. And just feel that. Just kind of feel that chest expanding. Smile, breathe. Open out into a T, cross behind, interlace. Stretch here. Relax your neck. And as we come to the handlebars, let's stand up on our pedals. One leg forward, one leg back. Come down to your elbows and stretch your hamstrings. Thanking my friend Kurt Bester for letting me use some of his music. I use it for yoga, and it's nice to throw in a song for cycle. Go ahead and switch your legs. Other foot forward. Here we go. Hamstring and calves. Deep breath in, long breath out. And release. Let's go ahead and step off to one side of the bike. Take your feet wide. You can face your bike. Just push one of your hips out so you feel that stretch here. The outer hip and down into the IT band. You can take that arm up and over. And switch. Shift your opposite hip out. The arm comes up and over. It's a really tight spot in a lot of riders. And then finally, let's hit our hip flexors. So swing one leg and let that foot come behind you. Grab a hold, lengthen and lift. If you want to play with your balance, lift the opposite arm up. Whew. Feels good, doesn't it? Switch sides. Swing it out. And the leg is behind. You can keep it right here on the floor or grab the foot with your hand. Play with your balance. Awesome job today, everybody. Awesome job. Thanks for making the time. Bring your hand to your heart and just give yourself just one last little hug here, acknowledging the power, the strength, the beauty of this organ that beats inside of us. Thanks for taking time to make it healthier and stronger. I hope you have a fabulous day, and I'll see you next time.